Well, very good morning, everybody, for Wednesday, the 20th of April. Well, I have been hoping for a fairly early start today to get things going, but unfortunately, there's a bit more mist and fog around than was expected. But that should slowly burn back and be hopefully gone by around 10 o'clock. Looking over the UK currently, there's a slack area of sort of high pressure, or actually mixed stuff at the moment. With it, at the moment, we're dragging in an easterly flow across where we are. And the winds are picking up slightly from the east. And we're going to see that for the next couple of days or so, as low pressure is not too far away. Though, as it looks, it's not going to be too wet or windy, just simply a bit breezy. And probably not quite so optimum for soaring. But for today, a small narrow band of reasonable soaring weather, hopefully not too far away from us with that easterly wind. We can see that easterly wind generally east-northeast, 15 knots or so at flying heights, probably on the ground about 10 knots. And the satellite picture over the UK shows it's a nice bright start other than where we are. Typical, isn't it? But clouds should burn back to leave a nice flying day. Never a significant weather today, no real showers unlike you had yesterday. So once this mist and fog does burn back, then we'll get some reasonable sunshine with hopefully some clouds this afternoon and a decent visibility as well. A top temperature today of 16 degrees. Might see a couple more degrees than that, 17, if the fog burns back that a little bit quicker. Dew points today, probably around 6 degrees, it looks like on that. Farnborough are currently talking about the mist and fog as well. It's got to broken at 1,000 in the last half hour. You can see it's sort of pessimistic initially for this short period, and then from 10 o'clock onwards, it says cab okay. So that's not too bad. Just look down a bit further south. Gatwick saying very similar, and in fact they've already got the sunshine and fog burning back at Bryce Norton as well. So shouldn't be too long. I'm sure we should be able to get up in the air in just about an hour's time or so. Top Meteo is suggesting that short cross country will be possible, probably out towards the west. Looking reasonable into Wiltshire and Somerset, obviously keeping away from east windward coasts today. Not sure if the wind is quite strong enough or the sea temperatures that different from the land to bring in a sea breeze front from the east that occasionally we get, but I wouldn't rule it out that soaring conditions will deteriorate during the day. If we look at around 11 o'clock, it's unsoarable. But by lunchtime, blue to shallow Q up to around 3,000 feet. And then this afternoon, looking quite reasonable actually, 3 o'clock, cumulus up to around 4,500 feet, maybe even 5,000 feet in some areas out to the west. But once again, we're on that dividing line between the better air and the more blue air. But that didn't seem to be too bad on Saturday. Right, Monday. That just shows how bad the bank holiday weekend's been, where we had that dividing line. So yeah, it might be we see less cumulus in our immediate local vicinity, but certainly out to the west, it's looking fairly reasonable. Cloud amounts look fairly decent, as I said, out to our west. The chance of some congested cumulus in some areas, but I think that risk is fairly low, certainly lower than it was yesterday, and very low risk of a shower today. Site forecast says we'll get 3-knot climbs around lunchtime up to around 4 and a bit thousand feet above ground, and reasonable really other than that. Top temperature today on here, it says, let's make sure I'm on the right day, of 17 degrees, so maybe feeling a bit warmer than yesterday. But that wind will be a bit more of an influence than it has been in the last couple of days or so. So it might be a little bit more tricky. Good sort of outlook for the next few days. Nothing spectacular, but hopefully still soarable. Airspace wise, very little to report actually. Yeah, pretty much nothing as such of note. If you're going further afield, check the nose hams, but very close to us, there is no significant activity going on. Operationally, we'll operate 09 today, and we'll start turning the kit out pretty much after the briefing. We have a number of jet movements today, which means that we will have to probably operate down by the control tower at some point this afternoon. We've got a departure of a 737 around midday, followed by a 727 around 12:45, and then a 727 leaving at 2 or 3. Although, as I say, 727s quite elderly airplanes, they might break down. So, yes, we'll start off on the runway, but we'll take a view on operating to the south side if we need to. Okay, I'll see you on the airfield shortly. Bye for now.